Hello everyone, welcome back to my High Celebrities news channel. The story for today is Katie Price and her fiancé Carl Woods reportedly split after he accused her of cheating. Reality star Carl, 33, allegedly sent former glamour model Katie, 43, a string of angry text messages calling her a cheat and a player. A source claimed Carl ended his 11-month engagement to Katie as he could no longer trust her, adding to The Sun, Carl believes Katie went behind his back with another man. He lashed out in a series of texts and accused her of lying to him and using her pals to hide the phone number of the man he thinks she's been seeing. He branded her a cheat and a player and told her he has had enough. He feels he can no longer trust her and it's the end of the road. Mail Online has contacted representatives for Katie and Carl for comment. The reported split comes just a day after Katie ditched the engagement ring which Carl gave her, while he has now deleted all trace of their romance from his social media account. Sources told The Sun, Katie and Carl have decided to split up. It's been a difficult couple of months and their ongoing court cases have just added even more stress to the situation. It really seems to be over for now and they are both very sad about it, but of course no one would be surprised if they got back together. While Carl deleted all photographs of the pair from his Instagram account, he and Katie still follow each other on the social media platform. It comes after Carl appeared before Colchester Magistrates Court on Wednesday after being charged with abusive and threatening behavior. The court case was referenced in the comments section of one of Carl's social media posts, as one follower questioned, "Thought you said you didn't hit her? But up in court today?" While Carl, who was charged with threatening behavior, replied, "Why don't you read what the charge is actually for?" One fan who was heavily defensive of Carl, wrote, "H is in court for being threatening, not violence." Price admitted she lied about the bruise and getting punched. She should be charged for lying and wasting police time. It's disgusting to falsely accuse a man, or woman, of domestic violence, makes a mockery of the whole system and genuine victims. They added, "I feel sorry for Carl Woods, he has been tangled into such a horrible mess. If he leaves her, we all know how vindictive she is and she could lie again to the police. If he stays, it's a permanent reminder of being with the person who falsely accused you and dragged your name through the mud." People are even questioning his dog-owning skills because of her track record with animals, even though it's clear he looks after Sid very well. Guilt by association and all that, wouldn't want to be in his shoes, I tell you. Appearing to appreciate the supportive comments, Carl tagged the user and posted a couple of praising hands emojis. The male model was seen arriving at court hand in hand with Katie after the pair recently returned from their recently holiday in Thailand. Carl was arrested last year after Katie was allegedly punched in the face on August 22, 2021. He was subsequently charged under Section 4 of the Public Order Act following an incident at his home in Little Canfield, Essex last year. The maximum sentence he faces is up to 6 months. Colchester Magistrates Court was told the charge followed a row that spilled over into the street, disturbing neighbours. At one stage Carl was seen trying to force open a door. The court heard. Carl denied using threatening words and behavior following a row at his Essex home, with Mark Davies defending, saying that Carl's argument would be that the incident was nothing more than a squabble. He spoke just to confirm his date of birth and address before answering not guilty when asked to enter a plea to the public order charge. Katie sat in the public gallery and watched her fiancé during the short session, while he smiled towards her from behind the reinforced glass of courtroom 4. Carl was granted unconditional bail and the case was adjourned for trial on June 16 at Chelmsford Magistrates Court. The car mechanic earlier accused others of creating a storyline, insisting he and Katie only had an argument in public. Carl claims he didn't lay a finger on the glamour model and said he had black and white proof to clear his name after he was charged with using threatening and abusive behavior towards her in an incident at their house in Essex. A day before their split was reported, Katie's engagement ring was nowhere to be seen as she took to Instagram to post a series of videos. The mother of 5 could be seen as she showed off some sweets to her followers, without the glitzy ring on her left hand. In a later post to her story, her engagement ring returned, but the video appeared to be a pre-recorded advertisement, though it is unclear when this was filmed. It follows reports that her ex-husband Kieran Hayler has warned their 2 children that she is facing jail for harassment. Katie was recently charged with harassing Kieran's fiancée Michelle Pentecost and will appear in court when she returns home from Thailand. According to The Sun, friends of Kieran believe he may want to see Katie locked up if she is convicted. An insider said, Kieran and Michelle have kept a dignified silence throughout this and, after learning Katie was charged, they hope justice will be served. Kieran thinks that if Katie has done something wrong, she needs to learn that actions have consequences. He has told the 2 children that if Katie has done something bad, she could go to prison. Kieran has always been honest with the children as he wants them to understand right and wrong. The source added that it has been a stressful time for everyone involved and now the couple just want a resolution. Katie and Kieran are parents to Jet, 8, and Bunny, 7, while he and Michelle are parents to 7-month-old son Apollo. Katie is also mother to son Harvey, 19, with her ex Dwight York along with Junior, 16, and Princess, 14, with her ex-husband Peter Andre. Katie was arrested in January on suspicion of breaching her restraining order after she allegedly texted Michelle. The star is banned from contacting Kieran's partner under the terms of a 5-year restraining order imposed after she verbally abused her in a school playground. Mail Online contacted representatives for Katie Price and Kieran Hayler for comment. It comes after Katie was suspected of sending an anonymous poison pen letter to a family member of Kieran's in which his fiancée Michelle is described as AWRE. It is claimed the note had a Heathrow Airport postmark on the envelope and Kieran believes it was sent just a few hours before Katie jetted to Thailand earlier this month. A source told the Daily Mirror, Michelle has passed the letter to the police, it's been a very upsetting time. They just want to move on. Mail Online learned Katie will appear before magistrates in Crawley on April 12 for allegedly breaching a restraining order against Michelle. The troubled reality star was arrested on January 21 over claims she sent an abusive text to Michelle. She spent the night in a cell after being quizzed by officers at Worthing Police Station who had earlier picked Katie up from her home in Horsham after a report was made. Katie allegedly branded flight attendant Michelle AC ***ing W ***e piece of S * and a gutter SG. Mail Online understands that Katie may have breached the order a second time when she sent an anonymous letter attacking Michelle to a relative just before flying out to Thailand. A police source told Mail Online, Katie Price was arrested a few weeks ago for breaching a restraining order placed against her following an argument with the fiancé of her former partner, Kieran Hayler. Now she is believed to have written an anonymous note attacking Michelle Pentecost via one of her family members. As such, Katie has been charged with harassment and will appear before Crawley magistrates next month. Mother of 5 Katie was banned from contacting Michelle, 39, directly or indirectly after swearing at her in a school playground in 2019. Breaking the terms of the restraining order carries a maximum prison sentence of 5 years. Katie also risks jail time for being arrested while still on license for her drink-drive shame. Michelle, who also has a 10-year-old son Valentino from a previous relationship, has grown close to Katie's 2 children she shares with Kieran. The couple met in 2018 and got engaged the following year. Former Loose Women host Katie traveled to the Far East with Carl for her latest bout of cosmetic surgery, a boob job and full-body liposuction procedure, and has remained there for over 2 weeks. The couple, who got engaged last April, have experienced a tumultuous 12 months. Katie avoided jail in December when she was handed a 16-week prison sentence, suspended for a year, as well as a 2-year driving ban after admitting drink driving while disqualified in December. She also tested positive for cocaine after she rolled her BMW near her home in Horsham. Last month, fiancé Carl issued a public denial on Instagram over abuse claims, saying he didn't lay a finger on Katie and said he had black and white proof to clear his name after he was charged with using threatening and abusive behavior towards her in an incident at their house in Essex. Carl is Katie's first serious major relationship since her split from Kieran in 2019. They were together for 7 years, marrying in 2013 in the Bahamas, but their romance was marred by Kieran's 2 flings with 2 of Katie's close pals. She was previously married to Peter Andre for 4 years, before her ill-fated marriage to Alex Reid, which lasted just 11 months. That is all for today news. Please make sure to leave your comment and subscribe the channel below for more news update.